From morning sickness to fatigue to back pain, the list goes on and on. If you are currently pregnant, I understand, and I get how exhausting creating a human being can be. But it is possible to get in shape, to stay in the best shape as possible while also taking care of yourself, your health, your fitness, and your well-being, not only for yourself, but for the child that you are carrying. In today's video, we will be going over 6 different ways to stay in the best shape as possible while you are currently conceiving. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Antoinette, and I am currently 20 plus 1 weeks pregnant. This journey has been quite a journey, but I'm just taking it day by day. I have been very active throughout my pregnancy journey. I still weight train, but I'm just not strength training or powerlifting. I've been sticking to weight training 2 times a week, also incorporating yoga and sculpt into my workout routine. And I also been eating quite healthy as well. I do try my best. Yes, I know during pregnancy, it is a time where our cravings are out of control, and then we want to cave into the things that are not really necessarily the healthiest for us. But I do follow the 80-20 rule, even 90-10 at times. As long as 80 to 90% of my diet during the day or the week is clean, healthy, nutritious foods, then I allow myself that 10 or 20% to give in to my cravings. So that's been helping me a ton with just staying in shape during pregnancy. I want to control how much I put on my body, so that way not only am I staying as healthy as possible, but the child I am carrying is staying healthy as well. That's my current routine when it comes to fitness, the gym, along with health and healthy eating habits. In today's video, we'll be talking about 6 healthy habits that can help you stay in the best shape as possible while you're currently conceiving. The first healthy habit that I believe all women that are pregnant should do is to continue to strength train during pregnancy. I know there's a lot of people on the internet or just on social media in general that tries to scare you away from strength training. Weight training or strength training in general is one of the most healthiest things that you can do for your body. It improves balance and posture, which reduces the risk of falling. It restores your core and pelvic floor strength. The list goes on and on when it comes to strength training. And if this is something that you've been doing prior to becoming pregnant, if you've been strength training for years and this is something that's not new to you, then generally it is safe to continue during pregnancy. I go to the gym 2 times a week. I do 1 upper body day and 1 lower body day. In previous videos, I was only going to the gym once a week because my nausea was literally so bad. Like, I literally couldn't even get out of bed. So I only limited myself to just 1 strength training day, which did help. But now, since I'm kind of getting a little bit better, have more energy, I'm not so fatigued as I was during the first trimester. So I've been adding on that 2nd day at the gym. And again, I do 1 upper and 1 lower body day. Now, when it comes to strength training or weight training, this is not the time to max out on PRs or trying to win a competition or running for a marathon. This is not the time to do that. So I do advise you to take it easy and take it slow. You can continue the same movements that you were prior to pregnancy, but of course we have to change up some things. So instead of doing a pull-up, you can do a lat pull down or do any kind of bent over back row. Instead of running, if you're not comfortable with that, you can do incline walks on a treadmill. You can use the elliptical or the stairmaster. So you do have to find alternatives when it comes to strength training, because the things we did prior to becoming pregnant is not always safe to do during pregnancy. So we do have to figure out some alternatives. And I do have a whole video on safe versus unsafe exercises during pregnancy. So check that out. But in general, in the general population of women that are pregnant, should be strength training or just adding in some kind of resistance training into their workout routine. Next tip, which is super important and that every woman should do while they are carrying a child, is doing core exercises. Now, we touched base on this in 2 other videos, so again, go ahead and watch it. I have a whole pregnancy and fitness series that I just started, but I do have, I believe, 4 videos up, so check those out in your free time. But core exercises are so important to do during your pregnancy journey, not only to support your growing baby and to improve your experience with labor and delivery, but this is also going to prevent diastasis recti, which a lot of women do deal with after pregnancy because they have a weak core. The difference between core and abs. Abs are your abdominal muscles. This outer layer of your abdominal area. This is usually called the rectus abdominis, or typically called the 6-pack layer. The layer that people work on when they want to get shredded, want to get the six-pack looking body, they want a summer looking bikini ready body. That's when you're working on the rectus abdominis. Now, if you are targeting the rectus abdominis during pregnancy, that's going to increase your risk of getting diastasis recti, which is the separation or stretching of your abdominal muscles. So a lot of people that have like the mommy pouch, or they see their abdominal muscles stretching apart and falling over, that's because they have a weak core and that they did not prioritize doing core building exercises during pregnancy. Now, sometimes people can still do it and still end up getting diastasis recti, but to prevent it from getting worse or getting out of control, that's when we do core building movements. Not all, but mostly twisting or bending at the spine is going to be working your rectus abdominis, which is the outer layer of your abdominal area. That is usually when diastasis recti occur. So any sit-ups, crunches, Russian twists, leg raises, V-ups, things like that, when you're bending or twisting at the spine, those increases your risk of ab separation during pregnancy. So those we typically want to avoid during pregnancy, but what we do want to keep into our routine is deep core movements. Your core is not only including the rectus abdominis, but it's including 20 plus different little muscles underneath that outer layer, including your back, including the whole mixed section of your body is your core. This is what we want to work on during pregnancy. We want to build our core. We want to build core strength in order to not, like I said, not only improve labor and delivery, not only improve your pelvic floor, but to prevent diastasis recti, the mommy pouch separation of your abdominal muscles. Now, when it comes to deep core movements, you can do bird dogs, dead bugs, dumbbell overhead standing marches. You can do glute bridge holds, glute bridge marches, side planks. There's so many different deep core movements that you can do. Now, when it comes to planks, a lot of people are like, oh, why can't I do planks? Why can't I do push-ups? Why can't I do pull-ups? If you are not engaging your core, you're going to be putting too much pressure on your abdominal muscles, which I've noticed when I was doing a sculpt class the other day. I was a little bit too into the workout, okay? I was sweating, I was feeling good. I was too in the moment to the point where I was not engaging my core at all. And I saw that I was coning during my push-ups. So coning is when you're putting excess pressure on your abdominal area and it literally looks like a cone. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see, but it literally looks like your stomach is coning. Now, coning doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get diastasis recti, but if you do see that, you need to stop the exercise and do an alternative. Instead of doing a plank, putting downward pressure on your abdominal area, you can substitute that for side planks. And always when you are doing core movements, you need to be engaging your core. That is the most important because yes, you can be doing core exercises, but if you're doing it wrong, that still can prevent that separation of your abdominal muscles because you are not engaging your muscles. So you always want to prevent coning. If you do notice that, don't panic. Just swap out the exercise for something more safe on your abdominal muscles. And always do deep core movements. If you guys want to see a video demonstration of me doing different kinds of core exercises, please comment down below and I'll be glad to make a video about that. Deep core exercises are so important and every woman should be adding in core movements during pregnancy. We always need to listen to our body, which is tip number 3. Strength training is a plus. Going to the gym and weight training is a plus. But if you are not familiar with it, or maybe you are having symptoms or symptoms are out of control, you physically cannot get out of bed, you're very sick. I've been through that during the entire first trimester. Even during this time, even though I have a little bit more energy, I still have those days where I physically feel like I cannot move. That's when you need to listen to your body, okay? There's nothing wrong with just going for a walk outside, going to a metro park, or even just doing chores around the house. Just staying active, keep moving your body. I do have a walking pad at home, so the days where I'm super sick, I will just take even like 10 or 15 minutes and just pull out my walking pad and just walk. Some movement is always better than no movement. And please do not feel discouraged or feel like I have to do what the Instagram girlies are doing. They're squatting 300 pounds, they're bench pressing, they're leg pressing all this weight, and all you can do is walk or or do light yoga, that is okay. As long as we are moving our bodies and as long as we are staying as healthy as possible, that is all that matters, and we should never feel discouraged because of what we are going through. Again, pregnancy is different for everybody. There are some people that literally doesn't have not a lick of symptoms during their first trimester. There's some people that have so much energy, and there's other people that are bedbound, and other people that deals with morning sickness all throughout their pregnancy, not just the first trimester. So you have to understand that everyone's journey is different. Please do not compare your journey, pregnancy journey, to someone else's journey, because we're all going through different things. Everyone's pregnancy is unique, but as long as you're making an effort to just move, instead of just laying in bed, just get up and get some movement in, this will 100% benefit you. Now, the next healthy habit that you can incorporate into your routine to stay in the best shape as possible during pregnancy is adding in some kind of prenatal yoga or just yoga in general. So again, I go to one yoga class per week. Sometimes I go every other week, but I usually try to aim for just one yoga class a week. And I have seen so much improvement with just like my posture, my breathing, my balance, my stability. There's a lot of good benefits when it comes to yoga. Yoga is generally safe for pretty much the general population when it comes to pregnancy. So I do advise to adding in some kind of yoga into your routine, and you will definitely see a difference in your posture, your balance, your stability, your anxiety. There's so many good benefits when it comes to yoga, even if you're not conceiving. But definitely during this time, adding in some yoga. You do not have to go to a yoga studio. You can do it right from your home. You can turn on YouTube on your TV and do it in your living room or your bedroom. So adding in yoga into your routine is definitely beneficial and can help you stay in shape during pregnancy. Now we're going to talk about food. We want to increase our protein and our fiber. Now, yes, all macronutrients are important and we do want to have a balanced diet, but protein is so important. It's normal to feel more hungry during pregnancy because we are growing a human body inside of us. So it is normal to have more cravings. It is normal to just be hungrier. But if you are to the point where you are extremely hungry and you feel like you're not feeling full, it's likely you're lacking something from your diet. So protein is important because it helps regulate your hunger cues and it makes you feel more satisfied. So for the average person during pregnancy, I would say that you need about 20% of your calorie intake to come from protein. And if you're someone that's into weight training, then at least 25 to 30% of your calories should come from protein. Now, again, this is going to be all different for everybody because everyone's body is different, how much muscle mass we have, how active we are, our age, our sex, our height. The general rule of thumb is at least 20% if you are non-active, 25 to 30% if you are active. Now, some kinds of proteins that you can eat, starting off with meat and fish, you can have grilled chicken, salmon, tilapia, shrimp, cod are some of the few favorites out of the fish group. You can also have ground turkey or lean ground beef. And for snacks, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, seeds, nuts, edamame, boiled egg, tuna packets. Those are all great snacks that are filled with protein. So if you are struggling with getting protein in your diet, having literally 3 boiled eggs plus a pack of tuna, that's 40 grams of protein in just one snack. So getting your protein in can be pretty simple, but you do just have to make an effort. And if you feel like you're still not getting enough protein in, then again, try a snack or just increase the amount that you're having for your meals. So let's say that you're having 4 ounces of ground chicken for your lunch, increase that to 6 ounces instead of 4. Those ounces does play a role, especially when you add it up all together at the end. You will see a difference in your protein intake, but you just have to make an effort. There are plenty of different high protein sources out there. You just have to find out what they are and get creative with them. And last but not least, we always have to drink our water. We do not only want to drink plain water because too much plain water can do harm on our kidneys. We don't want to overdo it. We want to make sure we get an adequate amount of water during the day. And if you're someone that deals with nausea like I am, I started to drink my water first thing in the morning. My OBGYN tells me to drink at least 2 liters of water a day. And I normally drink all my water intake before the day begins, before I eat. So that way I don't throw up throughout the day when I drink water with my meals. Just making sure you're getting an adequate amount of water intake in will actually help with your nausea during pregnancy. So you just gotta find a way to get your water intake in. If you do see, like myself, if you see that you can't hold water down after you eat, then start drinking water before you eat. If you see that chugging too much water at once makes you nauseous, then don't chug your water. Try to just sip small throughout the day. And we always want to make sure that we're adding in electrolytes as well, because again, we do not want to drink too much plain water. We want to make sure we have a balance of electrolytes in our body. So adding in lemons, limes, ginger, Himalayan salt, anything of that sort into your water is a must, and it makes water more fun. It makes it easier to drink, and of course, it's keeping us as healthy as possible. So that is 6 tips that can help you stay in shape during pregnancy. If you love all the fitness and pregnancy talk, you are enjoying this series, please let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Again, check out my pregnancy and fitness series. You do not want to miss out on all this great content. And if you guys are interested in working with me, I am a strength and fat loss coach, and I work one-on-one online to help you get into the best shape as possible. If you are interested in that, you can hop on a free call so I can learn more about your goals. So make sure you fill out an inquiry form down below so we can schedule in a chat. All my social links are down below, so make sure you follow to stay connected with me, and I will see you guys in the next video.